rattled Southern California, toppling buildings, touching off fires, and leaving at least 3 people dead. Newswatch continues. I'm Mary Alice Williams in New York.
I'm Lou Waters in Atlanta. Today's quake hit during morning rush hour. According to the National Earthquake Information Center, it measured 6.1 on the Richter scale. The earth-shaking episode collapsed several buildings, shattered many windows, shut down freeways, and ruptured numerous gas lines. Today's quake was the first major trembler along the Whittier-Elsinore fault, the first since 1929. It could be felt as far away as Las Vegas. The epicenter was about 10 miles east-southeast of downtown L.A. in the Montebello Southgate area. Among the at least 3 earthquake-related deaths being reported is that of a 21-year-old woman identified as Lupe Esposito. She was killed by the collapse of a wall of a parking structure at Cal State University in L.A. More than 100 people were injured in the quake and its aftershocks. Authorities are blaming several dozen heart attacks on the quake, plus more than 70 fires and as many as 35 traffic accidents.
Los Angeles firefighters say the quake sparked more fires than they could count. One fire destroyed 7 small shops in a strip of 15. There were about 50 gas fires in Los Angeles alone, touched off when tremors cracked underground lines. Fire engines that weren't called to emergencies left their station houses anyway just to be safe in case of a building collapse. Seismologists say there is a diminishing chance another big earthquake will hit the area within the next 5 days. There already have been sizable aftershocks from this morning's quake. Earthquake experts say they're always on the lookout for the really big one.
Is still pushing up out of the earth.
An earthquake of this size occurs somewhere in California vicinity about once every other year. So it's a fairly common event.
The Calaveras Fault south of San Jose knocked homes off their foundations in Morgan Hill in April 1984. A geologic surprise came at Coalinga, California in May 1983 when an unknown fault shook down the town, destroyed much of the business district and 100 homes, causing more than $30 million damage. The last major Los Angeles quake killed 65 people, February 9th, 1971, 6.4 on the Richter scale. Much stronger than Thursday's quake. Bridges and buildings collapsed, causing $500 million damage. Despite the awful damage Thursday, experts say Los Angeles is among the best prepared cities for earthquakes.
Los Angeles is one of the leading counties in California in terms of earthquake mitigation. In some ways, they've led the state, so it will be very interesting, even for an earthquake of this size, to now evaluate how effective these measures have been.
Los Angeles is split by the San Andreas Fault, which runs the length of the state. The San Andreas remains potentially the state's most deadly fault. Scientists have long predicted that a major quake is due in Southern California. As significant as this one was, they say, the big one is still out there. Greg Lefebvre, CNN, Berkeley.
Journalists try not to get caught up in the stories they are reporting, but sometimes it's impossible not to. For example, a reporter experiencing an earthquake aftershock firsthand can't help but feel personally involved. 2 broadcast journalists were on the air live in Los Angeles earlier today when the quake aftershocks struck. One was reporting for KNBC, the other was our own CNN's Ann McDermott. Here's what went on.
Right now we are feeling a bit of an aftershock as I speak. I think I am going to leave the desk right now. Now, it is calming down. I don't know if this is visible to you on camera. It appears to be over.
We have a lot of lights here in the studio that are still shaking and swinging at this point. We don't have a lot of information. We know that the earthquake happened at 7:42 this morning. It lasted 15, 25 seconds. We don't have an epicenter yet. This is information that will come later on from the... And here's another aftershock or another earthquake happening right now. I'm not sure which. I'm going to get under this desk. I apologize for the theatrics. Okay. This is live. This is what's happening right now. And a word to the folks in the control room, if you're going to swear, we can hear it on the air, so we'll try to keep a sense of decorum. Christina, do you have any copy, any wire copy that's coming right now? Nothing. Nothing is coming in right now. One of our associates is saying that we are making calls, so that means that some telephone contact has been reestablished. Again, an earthquake of unknown magnitude. We're going to stay on the air as we try to get additional information. If you are in an area where there has been an earthquake, where you have felt it, and judging by the magnitude of what we have felt, assuming that much of Southern California knows what's going on at this point, we would ask that you stay calm. If you feel more shocks, get under something nearby. Don't run around. Get under something heavy. Get into a door frame. Get into a doorway. Do what you can.
And Mr. Shocknek was doing all he could to stay calm.